Welcome, Knights of Apollo, to Middle-earth. You've just made it in time for a gruesome ambush battle, and this is Rise of Mordor, the Lord of the Rings mod for Total War Attila. I know it's been a very long time since we covered this mod, but it's good to be back, and oh boy, do we got a bloody ambush battle for you guys today. Also, I want to mention that the Rise of Mordor team, they've given me a little early access to a new faction that's coming out soon. So thank you, Rise of Mordor, for letting me check it out early. There's also a link to their Discord in the video description. There you will find, information about the mod, screenshots, stuff like that. So definitely check it out, guys, again, in the video description. So what is going on here in this ambush? First off, look at this army here. Just massive army. Huge Haradrim army ready to go. So Harad has assembled a mighty force. It, of course, ordered by the Dark Lord, Sauron, to march and conquer the world. So they are marching in unfriendly territory. Well, what unfriendly territory is this territory? Well, territory that don't like them, all right? Don't want them in their territory. Who is this faction? This mystery faction? It's Dorwinion. The Dorwinion faction is here, guys. And look at this. They actually look hidden. You know, in Total War, sometimes you have hidden units that don't really look hidden, but they are. You know, the game says they're hidden, but these guys actually look hidden in this vegetation. I wouldn't be, like, if you're marching down the road, you wouldn't see these guys. So yeah, Dorwinion, very cool faction. Not a lot of information about this culture, about this faction. All we really know is that they make very powerful wine, and that is why you're going to see a lot of purples, a lot of viney art on the armor. It almost looks like these shields are like grape leaves. So when that, basically when you have only that kind of information, how else are you gonna make a faction? You gotta just rely on their very wine culture, and that the wine bring life and probably bring a lot of riches, because they trade their wine with multiple cultures, but I know they trade it with the woodland elves, Thranduil, because their wine is so strong it can make elves get drunk and fall asleep, apparently. So yeah, that's kind of all we know. I think Gondor, because I don't even know if they're elves or men. Like, it's not even clear. But I think Gondor once owned the territory of Dorwinion, but eventually had to give it up during the war with the Wainwriters in 1856, because I guess they just had too much land. They couldn't protect it all. So maybe I don't know, but I just did like a quick 5-minute search. Maybe I'm, wrong. If I am, please, in the comments down below, let me know about this faction. I want to learn more other than their delicious wine. But yeah, they got some really cool units. And we've seen some of the units before, because I think they were included in Dale, because I think they're close to Dale. But, I think we've seen these Dorwinion protectors, like really cool two-handed, like big old, I don't even know what the hell that is, a big old weapon. And then I think you'll see the units like the Vineland Guards. I think we've seen them before, but you'll see a couple new units as well for Dorwinion. Look at these guys. They look so sick. Paladins of the Vintnir Court. That is pretty cool. Pretty cool. So they have assembled a force quickly to try to deal with Harad, but alone they have no chance. So they called to their allies, Dale. And even with Dale supporting them, they are not strong enough to defeat them head on. So they must rely on ambush tactics. So let's go ahead. Are you guys ready to dive in? Let's just do it. Let's just dive in here. So the ambush is set, and the army is marching forward. Really quick, looking at some of Harad's troops here. Harad is bringing some, look at these guys. They almost look like Romans. Haradrim Shieldsman. So they're medium melee infantry. Back here, we've got some Southron archers, serpent swordsmen. These guys, swordsmen. Okay. See, the last one said shield man. This is swordsmen. They've got kind of like a Viking vibe to them. The round shield. You got the chainmail there. It looks very Viking, but it's a serpent swordsman. And then down here, More serpent swordsmen. We got some golden serpents. Nice. Look at these. Got the golden like face mask. Very cool. Nice pike unit. More archers back here. We got a general, which is part of the golden serpent cataphract, which is pretty sweet. So pretty soon the battle is going to begin here, guys. We will go over to the Dorwinions, try to check out some of their factions really, or some of their troops really quick. We got some shipment. Again, it's really hard to see because of the vegetation. And the lighting is terrible. Terrible in Total War Attila. Like, what is going on? It's like blue and dark and you can't see anything. I hate it. You know, honestly, Attila, like, it's so poorly optimized and the lighting is just horrendous. And I don't know what they were doing with this game. But it's something we'll deal with. But any second now, the ambush is going to begin. And I think what's going to happen here is that even though they've set up this grand ambush, one of the Haradrim soldiers sees movement in the trees. And there we go. They're like, there's movement in the trees. There's whispers in the forest. And they're going to quickly turn and face. And they realize that Dale is waiting for them. And they're marching their archers towards that direction. They see him. And there we go. Look at the calf. Oh, wait. Archers are now going to open fire from the other side. They did not see this army, though. They're just going to go ahead and let loose the arrows. Pew, 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 pew. So what are these rangers? These are... I'm probably going to slaughter this name, but hold on. They're Attila rangers. We got some violent guards pushing up as well as the ambush is now underway. The element of surprise is over, guys. They had a little bit of a surprise, able to land a couple good volleys, and now their army is in a mess right now. We've got Dalian Spear Guard charging in against some of the Haradrim troops. Harad is now retreating from that. I think they sent up scouts into the forest to check out what the movement and the sound was, and they realize it's a giant army waiting for them. And there we go, pushing forward, and now it's just a massive panic. Look at this charge. Massive panic for Harad as they are getting charged by Dale. See, what do we got? Lake Town Guard over here. Lake Town Guard. And then we have the Dorwinion soldiers in this awesome testudo formation. Look at that. Holy crap. Oh yes, the vineyards are attacking. So they have set up this like shield wall. It's a literal wall where they're saying, hey, you will not be able to move any like further up in our territory. We are going to prevent that. This is the line that is closing in. The metaphoric hand that is going in to suffocate the Haradrim forces. Their neck. But we got shipmen. These guys look pretty cool. It's like a naval unit, I assume, that have like, you know, disembarked. Got their land legs out. But the shipmen are charging in against the Haradrim shieldsmen. And what, like, Attila, what is this map? This is not even a modded map. This is no excuse. They're like in quicksand. Look at this. They're like waist deep in dirt. What is happening? Come on. But they are clashing. A heavy clash over here. Let's actually do some slow motion here because ambush battles are quite chaotic. We actually have a charge here from some golden serpent cataphracts. These guys look so cool. They're coming around and smashing the rear of the shipmen. And the serpent swordsmen are doing the best to try to be the anvil and hold them in place. Again, the swords have kind of broken out of that testudo formation, ready to just charge down and join the fight. We also have a little pocket of a battle going on down here where Dale has really pushed the Haradrim lines. Vineland Guards, look at this. Like I said, we've seen these guys before. Vineland Guards, this is like, I guess, mercenary force who are in Dale, but they are Dorwinion troops fighting under the Dalian banner. But they are doing their best to hold back these serpent swordsmen. We also have, what else? Vineland Guard over here. So these are mostly Dorwinion troops fighting over on this side as well. But again, they are fighting under the the Dalian banner. I was going to say Dorwinion. Dalian battle. But the archers are just really letting loose right now. Got the marksmen of Dale. They're like, you will stop. This darkness will be defeated. And of course, the archers, the The Haradrim archers kind of returning the favor right now. Let's go ahead and see their perspective. They are starting to break, though. The might of the Dale marksmen are... Because Dale has some pretty good archers. Because Bard, being a skilled archer, killing the dragon, Smog. Anyways, more troops are pushing up. Dalian swordsmen still trying to hold the line. We actually have a big retreat here. A massive retreat from Harad. The Golden Serpents trying to reform their line. I think they're trying to prevent them from being outflanked. And they're going to... Whoa, what is this formation? There we go. They're going a very, very tight formation against the Vineland Guards. And there we go. They're going to fall back again. Look at it. It seemed that they were trying to make a defensive stance here. But holes are starting to be open in this defense. And it's not looking good. The men over here are still holding... we've got the Serpent Swordsman holding against the Dalian Spear Guard. And let's see what else is over here. Lake Town Guard. That is Dale that has joined the fight. Back over here, Shipman still fighting over here as well. So nothing too major crumbling for Harad. They do have a little gap in their lines. And because of it, they're now flanking. This is bad. They're now flanking around the Vineland Guards. The awesome looking Vineland Guards. Coming around the flank, and they're going to smash the Serpent Swordsman. And because of that, that's going to make them take heavy casualties and most likely break away from this fight. And that's going to be a chain reaction. They are going to continue to crumble this force that is trying to hold this upper part of the army's march here. But now I think Harad... Oh, there's a little bit of fighting in the trees over here too. Let's go back to slow motion. A little bit of fighting over here as well. Ooh, here's a new unit. Look at the purple, the shade of purple in these guys. They are called Vintnir Court Guards. They have a kite shield and a spear. They look really cool from the back. It almost looks like House Stark from Game of Thrones. It almost looks like their style of helmet. But they've got the like pointy spike on the top of their helmets, which remind me of like the German Empire, World War I. But yeah, they look really, really cool. And there is a bit of a small pocket of fighting going on in the trees here. Look at that. It's like a mix of metal and leather, these helmets. It's really nice. It's a very royal looking faction. Very, very cool. So they're over here fighting in the trees. I think for Harad, what they need to do is they need to reassemble their line like right here. They need to win this battle over here in the forest. It's not looking great because they have 2 units of the Dorwinion Protectors, which is that big claymore type weapon with the hooked ends there that are going to do a lot of damage. They're a shock troop, but they're high damage, and there's so many of them. And even the giant shields of Harad will not be able to stand against the massive deadly claymores. Again, I don't know if this is even a real weapon or what, but oh, that chop right into the neck, and he goes down. It's looking pretty good for this ambush battle, even though their ambush was a little premature as Harad noticed them in the forest. They were still able to establish a nice surprise attack and get Harad off guard, and the Haradrim formation here is struggling as they are trying to hold back so many troops. And again, they've got plenty of men, and I love this back area over here. It's almost like the King's Guard, where they have the general and he's got his last reserves that are now being called up into the battle. We also, way back here, we've got 2 units. Look at this. 2 units of Southron Cav marching forward. So let's go back to this fight where it looks like we are seeing some success from the Southron Cav in Harad holding this front. We are getting a cav charge from Dale. So they got Dale Cavalry Regiment. They look pretty cool. They got the traditional Dale armor there that they got from the Hobbit movies. But they're going to go ahead and disengage, and now they're moving up. I love this unit. The Vineland Watchmen. Look at these guys. Look at the spears. They've got spirals. It's like vines. It's very cool. Is that a practical design? Probably not. I imagine that weakens the structure of the pike, but it's so cool that I don't mind. You know, a little over-the-top fantasy, a little bit here and there. I mean, that's what makes Lord of the Rings so cool, is that it's not over-the-top fantasy. Should I say that? I wouldn't say it. It's not like like Game of Thrones is even less fantasy than Lord of the Rings, but I feel like Lord of the Rings isn't over the top fantasy. When I say over the top fantasy, I think of like Warhammer, you know? But yeah, there is a massive retreat, and I think finally Harad is starting to lose over in the upper part of this road, and now having to fall back. And they're running out of fallback spaces. They're running out of area to where they can fall back. And I think Harad, what they need to do here is just establish a line and try to regroup their forces and have a bit more organized of a line. But Dale's swordsman still clashing with the Serpent swordsman. Over on this side, we got the Vintnir Court swordsman. So these are just like the spears that we saw, but they have swords. These guys look so sexy. If I wanted to be in a unit, it would be these guys. They look really cool. But I wouldn't go in with the hood. I would go in with the helmet. I would go in with the helmet. So they break the swordsman there, and there's only a handful of troops. These guys probably returned from routing. But there's really not a big threat for the... I mean, they're even moving up archers to continue. Oh, there's the Rangers. Here's the Rangers in detail. Love it. Got the leather. See, they don't have heavy armor on, but they got the nice leather armor. Look really good. Attila Rangers. And they're about to open up the fire there. Loose the arrows, not fire. Not fire the arrows, loose the arrows, because they're not guns. And then, of course, the Southwind archers trying to fire back, trying to soften up the enemy archers. Because the archers have been very deadly in this battle so far. Again, if we slow this down, look at the carnage in the center. This is all from archers, okay? Maybe some of it's from close combat fighting, but a lot of the deaths here are from archers. So taking out the archers is going to be a key to the survival of this Haradrim army. And then, of course, if you're rooting for the Dorwinion faction and allies, then, you know, keep up the archer fire, keep your archers alive, and keep pushing in the infantry. Keep surrounding them. This is really good situation. Look at this. Look at this. It's kind of cool how the battle lines set up here. It seems that Harad has committed a lot of their units over to this forest battle. A lot of the Kingsguard that I was mentioning over here, I think, have all joined the fight for this epic forest-like edge line here. Edge of the forest battle is what I'm trying to say. Now we've got the Paladins of the Winter Court. Another cool unit. A very just like shock cav, heavy cav. This is the general. Very heavy spear cav. Just kind of going in and out. We also have another general over here. I wonder if we're going to see a clash of generals as they are fighting. They're fighting. But it's not looking good. It just seems like these Dorwinion protectors need to be taken out. Either with cav charges or archers, because they're just having a brutal time. We do have some oh Jesus, I don't know. I've never seen this. Axe bearers who are taking on the Vintnir court guards. I wonder if wait, court guard and the Dorwinion protectors. I wonder if they're going to be able to match these giant two-handed claymores. Let's go back over here where it seems that a lot of the infantry is now being committed to the fight. We've got a nice little pike formation that is kind of holding at an angle, trying to protect the flank of the main army of Harad, as more and more Dorwinion and Dalian forces continue to just slice through the Haradrim forces like a hot knife through butter. I haven't mentioned that analogy in a long time. It's been a long time since I said that one. But the Serpent Swordsmen are doing the best they can to hold them back. I don't know how much longer they can hold, and it seems like their reserves are way back here. And I think he's afraid to commit his reserves because, well, the line that's holding the forest is getting outflanked as we speak. Dorwinion protectors smashing on the Serpent Swordsmen. And it's not the good kind of smash. Back over here, more spears charging in. Trying to hold. It looks like they might contain these Dorwinion protectors as they're down to 35 men. More spears here. They must have broke, and he hasn't realized that they've come back. The generals are hanging back here, hoping that they don't have to charge into the battle. But look at this. Look at this. Oh, man. Paladins of the Winter Court charging into the Serpent Swordsman. Not really doing too much damage. Well, they took out about 30 plus. But it could have been deadly. I think they were kind of right at the last second, kind of braced for that charge. But now they're going for the back lines. Oh, no. So the Dorwinion commander has put himself into the fight and just attacking the Serpent Swordsman. And more of the cab pushing through. And this might be the nail in the coffin. I don't want to call it yet. The balance of power is still very even. The numbers are very even. But this is not good. And yeah, now we got generals charging in. Okay, good. Finally, they're trying to contain this general. And because of the risky play from the Dorwinion general, unfortunately, yep, he just died. The Dorwinion general has fallen. That is a huge victory. Huge victory for Harad. Maybe the lack of morale, the lack of leadership will cause Dorwinion soldiers to break. And yes, we're seeing men starting to waver. Look at these troops. They're wavering in a single column line. Very nice. Very interesting. This is going to be a close battle, guys. The balance of power is dead even. And look at that. I think, well, they started with a lot more. Harad started with a lot more, but now it's about even. The difference of like 100. And more swordsmen charging in here. It's really up to... if we do some slow motion and try to look at what the factions have in terms of healthy units. Well, surprisingly enough, Harad has been able to clean up this forest battle. I definitely thought they were losing this battle. But back over here, they still have to deal with these protectors. And they've got to move this infantry that have just won their fight over to this battle. They've got to get them into the fight. You know, try to get them to quickly defeat these protectors because... they will do some damage, and they are going after a general right now, which, you know, this is too critical in the battle to lose a general like this. It's just too close of a fight. So they really got to try to protect their general. I would send these men into the fight. There's really nothing behind them anymore except for these protectors, which these guys can clean up. So I would send these swordsmen into this fight and reinforce this front line because it's still too close. But there's a lot of breaking going on from the Dorwinion soldiers and Dale. Let's go back to normal speed and watch the shipmen of Dorwinion fight against the Haradrim. And the Dorwinion soldiers now pushing down this way. I think they're going to try to attack the flank, maybe? Let's see, where are these guys headed? Or just straight down. This is a very healthy unit, and they're attacking a very depleted unit of spears. So there they go. Oh, enemy general is dead. Hold on. Wow. Oh, he must have went in with a cav charge with his general, and he has... Oh, no, he's over here? Is that both generals? No. This general, right? He still has his general. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's the general. So it's this general over here who went in for a charge. And of course, like I said, the Dorwinion protectors have taken out this general. And I don't know why, but he's not moving this infantry. He needs to move this infantry into the fight. They're just sitting there when they're needed elsewhere. Oh, God, this is going to be tough. It's going to be tough to rally because now he's losing the flanks. And he could have easily reinforced these front lines, but since he's losing them and flanks are opening, Harad this battle might be out of his control. Well, it was in his control, but it's getting out of control, is what I'm trying to say. Marksmen of Dale now switching to their swords, joining the fray, joining the front line against the Serpent Swordsman. Back over here, the Vintnir Court Swordsmen still fighting against the Haradrim forces. My God, what a juicy battle. Serpent Swordsmen fighting as well. More troops charging forward. Marksmen of Dale have used up all their ammo. They're just sitting in reserve, ready to charge into the fight. So this has become a very messy battle, and it doesn't matter who wins this battle. Nobody wins. Like, everybody has taken heavy casualties. I guess you could assume that it's a victory for, like, if Dorwinion wins, or even if they lose at this point, it's a victory for them because they pretty much wiped out the powerful Haradrim army to the point where they are not strong enough to take any cities or anything like that. Oh, there we go. They break, and they are winning. The Dorwinion Dale Alliance is winning on this flank. And what are these guys doing over here? Why is he not moving these troops forward? I mean, we still have the Dorwinion protectors here. But finally, they're moving them. But why aren't they trying to finish off these protectors? I guess he's more concerned about this front line, which he's holding with, like, a thin unit here of Haradrim shieldsmen. Charging in. Now we have some archers clashing in. We've got a healthy unit of serpent swordsmen. Literally, like, only, like, what, 10 of them died? 20 of them died on this unit of 160. So a very healthy unit coming in, smacking the flank. Smacking the flank here of the Dorwinion Yard Patrollers. Oh. Were these archers? Yeah, they were archers. They look pretty cool. We haven't seen them yet. Dorwinion Yard Patrollers. I love how they've got this, like, small shield on their shoulder, because that's the, like, shoulder that's facing the enemy when they draw back their bows. I think that's pretty cool. Nice little detail there. Love the pink and green. Again, or not pink, purple and green. Seeing a lot of, like, purple and green colors. But we're seeing a little bit of a comeback here. And look at this, a general now, oh no. A general got, it looks like the back of these pikes and are hitting the back, and they're gonna break the pikes. Wow. So the battle is coming down to over here, and it's still dead even, guys. Look at this. Well, the allied forces, which of course are the, you know, Dorwinion Dale, they have a lot more troops. And I wonder if that's gonna be the deal breaker for this battle, if they're just gonna overwhelm Harad. Nice little cav work here. What do we got here? Oh, some cav that I don't know how to pronounce. Excellent. It's the Dalian general. And now we've got the last general of Harad joining this fight. Looks like he's going for some units in the back that are just stationary here. I don't know if he's gonna try to clean them up or get some hammer and anvil. But it's getting really laggy, that's for sure. Gonna watch some nice close-ups here of this battle. Some Dalian troops. And there goes that hammer and anvil from the general. Ooh, they gotta contain that general. If they can kill him. Like, they need to send this general over to fight him. This general who's waiting in the tree line here, they've got to get over there and support. They must. This general is just running around causing issues. Oh my god, it's 1,000 to 600. It's still not enough numbers to say that it's over, right? But there's only, let's see, can we kill the general here? Can we kill the general? What's happening? Close defeat, okay. That's interesting. I don't know why it ended like that, but that's how it's gonna end. Victory, okay, so I don't know. It says close defeat. I guess they lost. I don't know if there was a desync, but that's okay. This was more or less just a showcase for the new Dorwinion faction. So let's end the replay and look at the results here. Oh, that's a cool picture. Look at that. That's nice. So nice. The Isengard. Yeah, there's no stats. Okay, well. Ooh, I don't know what happened there, but there was definitely a desync in the replay, unfortunately. But we still got to see some juicy action. We got to see the new Dorwinion faction. By the way, I love the main menu. The main menu of, we can just go back here. Ugh, you got Mordor, you know, it just looks so good. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up here, guys. Sorry for the ending there. I don't know what's going on, but you know, with mods, it can be hard to get a replay that works, and you have some issues sometimes. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, nonetheless. And I will see you guys next time on the battlefield.